And one of the things that I think I learned about Japanese societies is that they're very protective about their own spaces, and they were not even open to the tourist incursion in the first place. And we've seen that after World War One, they've opened up their society a little bit because of the capitalism, of the interdependence of the economies. So how's your experience living in the Japan? Were there any cultural shocks that you experienced? And especially as a Muslim, when you are living in a non-Muslim countries, there always this problem of halal and haram consumption. How do you navigate those spaces? Are there good halal spaces there for food?
Yeah, I think there are good halal spaces, but it's really hard to like find it. And also you really have to go out of your way to go there. And then at the same time, if you want to get something small from a convenience store or something, you'll always be stuck with reading the ingredients, always making sure if there's anything in the ingredients. And they use a lot of pork there, so a lot of the things I couldn't really eat. But they have these apps like Halal Finder, Halal Tech Finder, and then you can like scan it so that it shows whether it's halal or not, in case you don't speak or read Japanese. So I would say that it's a little hard navigating with like halal food. Um, but there
How
are
did you
there are
manage that?
options.
How did you manage that living there?
Yeah, at first it was very hard for me to do that. But like thankfully in the convenience stores there would be sometimes Muslims working, so they would like recognize me because of my hijab and they would ask me like, "Are you Muslim?" And I would be yes. And they would tell me like, "Oh, you can't get this because there's pork in this." And that's also how they introduced me to the apps. And that's how I realized there are apps that you can like scan it. But usually I would just either use an app or I would just use Google Translate.